Okay, so in this episode, in this video, we're gonna talk about the control board. I'm gonna disconnect all these wire ties. I'm gonna free all the wiring, and I show you each wire on the board goes where, and how to remove it and put it back. So I'm gonna be removing the wires and free them, and then we're gonna start from there. Just so you know, this piece here, it comes off. So you have to remove this piece, and usually it's connected the safety switch is connected. So I'm gonna remove this piece so we have more space, right? I just want to show you where the pressure switch is. So in this episode, I'm gonna just get rid of the pressure switch just to make our life easy. You know what it is, but it's gonna be gone. So I can also, this is how you can remove the bundle from here in case you want to remove it. Again, you don't have to do this. I don't think you have to do it, but I just want to show you this wire bundle here, or tie, whatever you call it, that fits in here. You can cut it if you have to, and you can make the wires free only if you have to. I'm just showing you every single details about it, and then I will let you know in a minute after everything is freed. So as you see, all the wires are free, and I'll move them one by one so you know each one belongs to where, in case you are installing a control board, so at least you have an idea. And I will also remove the control board and show you exactly where everything goes. So as we said earlier, first, of course, you have turned the power off, remember. So these wires belong to the transformer, right? So we have the hot, this is a neutral, always neutral come in here, okay? All these wires you see coming from the blower, you can remove them. In case you are installing a new control board, they go back anywhere you want. Basically, the only thing doesn't change is the common, but the other ones are speed. So I will show you closer later. And this one here is line. So basically the line belongs to the, you remember the safety switch, right? So remember, from the safety switch, always line goes to the line. I will show you closer later when you have a chance. And then the other stuff is basically the high voltage for igniter and the igniter and the I'm gonna put it here just for now. I know it's a mess, so but you know, I'm trying to organize as much as I can. Okay, everything else is basically neutral, the other stuff. So one neutral, as I told you, it will go to where? To the igniter, right? You see it? So this neutral, sorry. Actually, no, this one goes to the power. See? This is the connection here, right? This is the connection when I connect it to the wall. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here for now. And then the other one, the other neutral, goes to the, I believe, the inducer motor, as you see, right? So neutrals all go in one area, and you have for igniter, for inducer motor, for the transformer. This one is gonna be, I believe, for the igniter. See the igniter? It's here. This is the igniter. Okay. And then you have only one harness. This harness basically it works for all the 24-volt circuit, ground, flame sensor. They all go to this one. So basically the whole control board. Let me just basically the whole control board comes off, and I'll show you very closely. Let me see if you can see it. So basically this is the control board, and they go back in the same place. Okay, let me see if you can see it. Okay, here you are. Here, I think that's the best way here. Okay, so here, as you see, transformer red, blue, thermostat, R for R on a thermostat. Common usually, if you want to use power for a thermostat without battery, you can use it. If your thermostat has a common, you put a common here from the thermostat, the thermostat will be powered without battery. W is for heat, Y is AC, G is George. G is sorry, G is the ground or I'm sorry, fan. Okay, and here you have the harness. It's very easy. And as I told you, the power is here. You see L1, L1, and then transformer. This, if you want to install a humidifier, you can put a transformer. This is, remember, high voltage for transformer. And as you see here, M1, M2, basically they are dummy connection. If you use only 2-speed and you have another 2-speed left, you don't need them, you put them here. This is a safe place. And as you see, cool and heat. So here you can put any temperature. I usually use R red wire for from the blower, low speed, and I use other one either yellow or black. Usually it's a higher speed. Okay, and these here are if you need electronic air cleaner. That's another thing that works by electric. You put it here and you put one common here. So that's, and then the other one, as you see, it's basically constant fan. If you want the fan to run all the time, you can do this connected here. This connection here is igniter, as you see, hot surface igniter. And here is indoor draft motor, which is inducer motor. Inducer motor, okay? So I think that's all what you need to know about it. And here, if you want a 24 volt for a humidifier, this is 24 volt. This is high voltage. You have to use the common for anyway. If it's 24, you have to use common from here, I believe. Or maybe from here. Yeah, common for 24 volt from here. Okay, I'm going to put it back. So basically, that's what it is. I'm going to put it back, and we're gonna connect it together. Okay, so basically, that's what it is. And let me see. So I'm gonna show you how to connect it. Basically, there's a screw. You remove it, and you put it back. Make sure there's like a hooks. You have to hook it to it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you now how I'm gonna do it in reverse. First, always put the plugs are easier for you. So this plug, basically, as we said, one of them is feeding the inducer motor. The other one is feeding the igniter. See? So you put it here, igniter, and this. Okay, now again, I forgot, when you remove this, look at the bottom from the other side, from the back, and make sure there's nothing burned. If you see any something popped, you know the control board is bad. So this plug is easy. Basically, all the 24 volt circuit of the, just always put it exactly as you remove it, right? And then again, you have a transformer, as I showed you. XFMR is hot for the transformer. Common anywhere. You can put it here. And then this same thing, you follow red for 24 volt circuit, right? And then this wire here goes from igniter, again, anywhere in the common section or in neutrals. So all the white usually go to neutral. It doesn't matter where. Some other furnaces, they show you exactly where they should go, but not all of them. Some of them, like this one, it just say neutral, so you put all the neutral in that section. So this is basically for the inducer, and then this for the igniter. We have to put the power, common of the power, right? And then I think we finish all the, and then we have the blower. So all the whites, that's how you do it. First, do all the harnesses are easy, and do all the commons. So now you have less wires. You know already you finish all the commons, all the white, they're finished. Now we're gonna go back to the blower. As I told you, The common is there. Now these are speeds. And in this particular model, you can only use two speeds, which is heat and cool. So let's say for heat, I use red, right, which is low speed. And for AC, I use cool, which is black, right, which is high speed. And then what you're gonna do with these, you don't need them. You don't leave them laying like that because they might short out somewhere. So you go to M1, which is parking. It's like a dummy connection to save them from being hanging everywhere. Okay, so basically that's all what you need to know about the wiring, which is really not too hard. I hope I make it easy for you. And I think I can go ahead and start it now, see what's going to happen. So let's make sure everything's connected. This is my multimeter. We don't need it now. But at least you got an idea how the connection for this furnace are. So the only thing we need now, make sure the power is connected. Actually, see, we're missing the ground. Always make sure the ground is there, okay? Do not operate without ground, because if you don't have a ground, it might not ignite. And so this is all set. Let me see if I forgot something. We're gonna see together. I already taped the limits, the safety switch. I already taped it, right? So, oh, I'm sorry. See, I forgot the main power. So this is the main power. Goes to here. I remember I showed you L1. So I taped this just in case. Now we're gonna turn it on. See if it's gonna work. So as you see, the light is gone on, flipping. That's good. Okay, so that's all for the control board. Now remember, control board, number one enemy of control board is water, as I told you. I have seen these control boards, they work forever, they never break. And believe it or not, it's hard to find the original. If you find the original, buy it, because all the new, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but all these new stuff, especially the blower motor, I buy like a from different country. I don't want to bash anyone. I buy a new motor for Carrier, and believe it or not, some cases 2 years later they break. Excuse me, it's garbage. That's why I keep a lot of motors here, as you see. I'm going to show you in a minute. That's why I keep a lot of motors here. I remove them, leave them for my jobs, because these, even they are 20 years old, they live longer, they work faster, they never break. And I'm telling you, some motors now, you know, everybody is trying to make more profit. So some motors can be much cheaper, but a couple of years later, the customer will call you, hey, it's burned. And that's why I learned the hard way. Honestly, if I find the exact replacement, I put this, I tell the customer, and they are okay with it, because these guys, they never break. The way they made them 20 years ago, 15 years ago, are better than now. Now, I don't know what they're doing. All these distributors, they want to make money, you know, less expensive, more money. So they buy the cheapest brand possible. Okay, another enemy of the control board is homeowners, or premature, or some technicians, they are just coming from school, or they learn everything online and they go into the field. I have hired some technicians who know, they know everything. This is gas valve, this is limit, this is igniter. Yeah, what's this? This is rollout switch. What's this? How the transformer work? They know everything. But as soon as you send them in the field, man, the sky will break loose. How to say? It's gonna be like a nightmare. I have to go back, and I have to work extra time, and I have to. Sometimes customers don't call me anymore. Sometimes they say, hey, if you send me anybody, don't. If you're not coming, don't work. Don't do any work for me. And some of them, they don't even call. They stop calling as soon as I send them new people, and they say they have experience. So people who are learning in you, they know online. As soon as they mix any wire, or they short any wire, the board will just fry. This board is very sensitive. It cannot. One time, I remember 20 years ago, I was working on the furnace, and one of these jumpers, you know, I have the jumpers, like when I'm working on them, I had one here. You know, the jumper, like I jump with it. One of them, like barely fell. I can't find them. I have so many of them. Anyway, you know the alligator thing. One of them just barely fell on the control board. I mean, not even touched the control board for a second, and it just shorted. The alligator clipper. When I was trying to use it, it just fell and it touched one of these resistors, and it was gone. I have to get a new one. So if they are working fine, nobody bother with them. They work forever. Thanks for your time.